Hi there, this is Ed from 360 Fearless Adventure, talking to you from home today because I had a lot of requests for how to cave and all that stuff, doing research and where to go. We're going to go on a couple of topics today. Usually I'm in caves and stuff talking to you, but now I'm just going to, hang out with you guys today. So, first thing that we're going to go over on how to cave properly for beginners, it's you want to do your research. Okay, a lot of people ask me the coordinates and stuff for caves and all that stuff, but it's best for you to do your own research just because you'll be ready when you go in cave. And cave hunting, that's the main thing, right? Like, have fun trying to find the information, little piece here and there. If we give you just a random coordinates, let's say, okay, and you decide to bring kids and stuff, you might not be prepared as much as if you read on caving and you did your research. Okay, so this is my book full of research and coordinates and all that stuff. Okay, so I know my coordinates, how long it'll take me to get there, the equipment that I need to bring, and it takes me almost like 2 to 3 weeks to actually plan the stuff to make sure my team and I are safe. Okay, so again, research is very important because, especially right now, because the bats are really having a hard time with the white nose syndrome. You don't want to go there with your equipment all dirty, and you don't want to go in multiple caves. Okay, because if you want to go in multiple caves in one day, you need to make sure you bring double the equipment because, or you clean it. And that's what I'm going to touch on the next subject, okay? So, right now, the equipment that you will need, the basic equipment that you'll need to go in caves, will be definitely, that's a must, okay? A good helmet, like a really good helmet. This is your life, okay? This is not something you go and visit and it's a stroll in the park, okay? This is, it could be dangerous and it could be deadly, okay? If you're not very careful and not knowledgeable enough. And that's why I'm not really for giving coordinates myself on social media because I don't want to be responsible for one of my subscribers to get hurt, okay? So this is not to be mean, it's just to make sure that you guys know exactly where you're going, okay? So helmet, you want to get something that's really hard, okay? Because most helmet, you get one impact and your helmet cracks, okay? So none of those biking helmets like that you go on regular bikes, okay? Not even like the ones that you go with a hard shell. It's not made like the ones, this is like for caving and for rock climbing. Notice how the vents are made like sideways and there's none on top. This is for the purpose of not, like, for rocks to not puncture through your head. First off, if you go really like, let's say I'm like down and I lift right like super fast, I don't want a rock to hit me in the middle of the head, okay? And rocks that are falling, it'll just deflect on your helmet. This one's made for warm temperature. If you're going ice climbing, it's mostly made different, so watch out when you purchase your helmet. And another feature that you want on your helmet that's very important, and I've learned that very quickly, is you want like those tabs here that holds your light. Okay, the strap of your light will set into here. I'll show you a little bit. You can slide it very easily in, and make sure too when you buy a headlamp. Okay, this is another thing that's absolutely necessary, and you don't want to go cheap on it. Okay, you don't have to have millions of lumens. You just need something basic that you know you can trust. Like, read on the brand, look at the reviews, and where the strap goes in, you want to make sure there's no gap that your strap can fall off, because it happened to me once when I was preparing my gear that I was walking. I always have it strapped like my helmet strapped in my backpack, and the light fell off. And when I got to the cave, I had no light. Okay, so that can ruin the trip very quickly. This specific light, okay, is from Black Diamond, and you can get some from Petzl or any brand that you want. Just make sure it's a good one. This one has a battery pack. This one carries rechargeable batteries or just regular batteries, but if you want to be eco-friendly, just get recyclable batteries. And these are the one that I use, Energizer Recharge, okay? And it comes with a battery pack, like a charger pack. You just plug it to the wall, and I bring multiple ones because if you're there for a long time, rechargeable batteries doesn't last as long as regular batteries. And another features that really is really good for flashlight is the battery indicator. So it allows you to know when your light's gonna go out, and you don't want to be stuck without any spare lights. Okay, so the spare lights will be the one that you carry in your hands. You don't need to get multiple headlamps. Just make sure to double check your equipment before going in caves. It's very important. Okay, this one is a rechargeable light. This one is good specifically if you want to go on adventures that is a long time, right? And you forgot to charge your phone or something like that, or you forgot to charge your batteries or bring batteries. This one you'll be able to charge through a USB port right here, and you can charge your phone as well. So this battery does multiple things. And this one's not waterproof. It's Alpha that is called. I got it at Canadian Tire. And the Lumen, I think, is around 300. I'm not entirely sure. I'll put it in the description there and on the bottom. So this one is not waterproof. I've learned that through kayaking experience. So just don't think it's going to be waterproof by dropping it into water. This one will be waterproof. And there's one that I got extra that you can dump in water and it'll float. That's a good one as well. This one has a battery guard. This one is about 700 lumen, like this one. And you get multiple settings. It's very important as well. When it says 200 hours battery life, usually double check, but it's gonna be on the low setting. So if you want like a flashlight or something that lasts a long time and you need highlights, just look at the hours on the high settings, because usually on high it lasts about 2 hours maximum, depending on the flashlights. It drains pretty quickly, especially with rechargeable. This is an extra feature that I put on. This is an emergency light. It'll blink, so it allows people to see that's in the back of me where I am. Okay. So this is enough for the helmet. Just this is a Black Diamond half dome helmet, and if you want to purchase one, you can get it at your local retailer. This is the knee pads that I use. This is simply at the dollar store. You can get some that are built into your coveralls. Okay. And I'll get back to the knee pads in a sec because this will be important for the cleaning part. And right here, this is a bladder pack that I bring with me, because it's not just because it's the water. The most important thing is how small it is, okay? This is a 2-liter bag that I fit mostly. I bring my camera kit and stuff like that inside, like the extra stuff, and I bring water with me, but I leave my big pack outside where the mouth is, okay? The mouth of the cave, I just leave all my stuff there where it's big and wide and no one can see it. So I bring this in smaller parts, and you'll be able to see a video up there of how small, like, that it can get into the cave, okay? Sometimes it's like almost the size of your head and you have to take off your helmet. And this right here is just a simple coverall. I'll just unfold it very quickly. It's nothing special. You can get those at Mars Warehouse. This one I got there. But there is caving one that are waterproof. But if you're just a beginner, you just want something that will protect your clothes so you don't get all dirty and stuff. It's really muddy and it's hard to get off the clothes. You can ask my wife. um, yeah, so you just want a basic coverall. Rubber boots. This is my wife's boots right now because mine were damaged in the cave. So I'm just going to show you what kind of rubber boots that I usually wear. It's neoprene and it's tight at the top. So when you're like caving, you're mostly like crawling. So right here, the water is not going to be able to go in because it's going to be tight against your leg, okay? So this one's a really good boot for women. This is the Sprata or whatever. It's from Bass Pro Shop. And so you can get any rubber boots, but the only one that I wouldn't recommend is the big green ones that really is hard to keep on your feet. It just, your feet feels like it's gonna come off and stuff. That one's just like it's kind of like the worst one you can get. But if that you're on a budget, just take whatever you can. You can use hiking boots as well, but I prefer rubber boots. Okay. So the next thing that we're gonna go on, it's how to clean your equipment. Okay, so it's very important, okay, to clean your equipment every single time, and I can't say this enough, every single time that you go in a cave, you want to make sure your equipment is clean. So this one, I wiped it all out. So I use baby wipes, okay? Doesn't matter where you take it, just take a wipe and make sure to do it properly. I just did it quick to show you a little bit of a comparison of what it looks like. So you take all the dirt out, because the reason why we do that, we clean everything, is because the white nose syndrome, it's a fungus that grows into cave in like cold weather, and it affects the bats, and it like it affects your respiratory system, and it will kill them if you bring the fungus through another cave. Okay, so sometimes that's what happened way back. It wiped out all the bats. Like mostly, almost 99% of the bats were wiped out, just because of people not doing their research and stuff, going from cave to cave. But then again, they didn't do the research. It wasn't known. So that's why you always need to make your research to know if there's any contamination or something that happened to a specific cave, okay? So just clean it all out. I'll do another video mostly on the white nose syndrome, and I'll explain more of how it affects the bats, okay? So the night vision that I use right here, okay, and this is not really for beginners, but it allows you to see in the dark, okay? And why I use this is because the bats, you don't want to wake them up, especially if you're caving in wintertime and you don't know like if there's bat or not. The light won't affect them, so you'll be able to see them, but they won't be able to see you, okay? So this is important for a caver that is going beyond where it already has been explored. So I just want to make sure I don't disturb any bats, which it happened a couple of times, but we leave them alone, okay? We don't go disturb them. We zoom in or something with our camera so you don't go too close. So the safety, this is the safety kit, okay, that I use to go on trips, okay? This is, you can like pretty much, it's like a 3-person kind of kit there, like a good, like a fair, like a big enough size crew that you can bring with you, okay? So I got my wilderness and remote first aid guide, field guide, and this is a course that I actually took from someone way back when, well, like 2 years ago, to make sure that I know what I'm doing. If I'm bringing team, if something happens, like someone takes a heart attack in there, you got to be prepared, right? You don't know what's gonna happen. And if your light goes out, it's good to have a glow stick, okay? And I'll explain that more, what I bring in here, in a separate video. I'm not going to go too much in detail, so this one is just a basic video on what you need, so I'm not going to go too much in details. A phone, and also you want to remember this is not a reliable source of light, and most phones are not waterproof, so if you drop it in water and that's the only safety that you get, you're pretty much done. Okay, so you want to make sure to put it in a baggie that's waterproof, or anything. You can get those in Bass Pro Shop, anywhere that outdoor stores, to make sure you protect your only way to contact someone if something happens. Okay, a watch, waterproof watch, or anything that will tell you the time, to let you know how much time you went in the cave. If your battery, you know how much time that it usually lasts, you say, okay, well, I've been in here for almost 2 hours, so let's watch out for the lights, let's try to hit back. Okay, this is the emergency radio. It's a crank radio. Okay, so you crank it up, you charge your batteries. You can charge a phone like this, which is very cool, and it allows you to get like the radio station. So if there's any incoming storm, depending on where you live, so this is the duct tape that I bring with me. You can get it at the dollar store. I just take one strip with me on my lighter, so I wrap it all around my lighter. I'm not showing you guys something new there. I'm sure you know how to do this. I just put it around the lighter. If I need it, boom, I patch my boots. It kind of like just seals it up until you're done caving. And I'm going to leave you guys with this. I do appreciate you guys tuning in every week and leaving me comments down below. If you did like this video, if you're not already subscribed, please do consider subscribing and hit that thumbs up, because it really does help the channel, and it allows people to grow, because YouTube sees that it's really doing well, so it puts my videos out there. And if you're interested to see future videos, you can hit that notification bell that's right on the bottom where the subscribe button is. So just let me know, guys, what you want for future content. If you like stuff like this, caving videos, kayaking, whatever it is. If you want me to do how-to videos, night adventures, or like you know, tracking down animals or something like that in the night, whatever. So have a good day, guys, and I really do enjoy doing videos for you guys. Okay.